YouTube, what's good? It's your boy VicBlends. Welcome back to another episode of VicBlends Reacts. Today I'm going to be reacting to my followers' haircuts part 2. Alright, here's another disclaimer. The purpose of this video is for me to help you guys get better with your content and with your haircuts. So if the haircut is not good or the video is not good, do not take offense to me reacting to your videos. If you didn't want me to react and give you the honest truth, you shouldn't have sent it in. But because you sent it in, I'm going to give y'all what y'all need to get better. So I'm going to dive in and see what y'all got today. Alright, this first video is from Attic Karaz. I don't know if it's Attic or Atik, but bear with me if I butcher y'all names because y'all got some foreign names up in here, but I'm gonna do my best. It looks like Attic's name is Chapo Chops. Let's see what he got. He got the Supreme trimmers, okay. With the Louis cape. Knocking out that bulk. Put that first guideline in. See, you got the hair pinned up. Make sure you don't pin it up too tight. If you pin that hair up too tight, sometimes it'll pull the skin and you won't get a clear visual on, where the hair is at in its natural position. Now, I don't know if I feel them enhancements on the neckline. I've never enhanced the neckline. I feel like that'd be doing too much sometimes. I feel like enhancing the line in the front is cool sometimes, but doing the neckline to me almost be like overdoing it sometimes. And a little oil sheen in there. Yeah, like it looks crispy. It's cool. Alright, Chapo Chop. You got good production. You definitely do got a good camera. Y'all working with some quality. I feel like from the video production side, starting the beginning of the video with a view of your trimmers, I feel like isn't the best way to start a video off. I feel like the best way to start a video off if you want to get a lot of views is showing the messy before. Like if you go straight onto that client, he looking bummy, that's the first thing that's gonna catch somebody's eye, and they're gonna know this person's about to get this hair like cut off, he's about to get a transformation. If I'm a viewer that's not a barber, and I'm watching your video and you zooming into your Supreme trimmers, I'm gonna be like, okay, like, cool, I guess. But if you're zooming into somebody with long hair, like you about to cut their hair off or they looking super bummy, then I already know like this person's gonna get something done to them. And then that's gonna make me wanna keep watching the video. Now, I say that because the first 3 seconds of your video is super important, so crucial that the first couple of seconds you really grab a viewer. And I just don't think Supreme clippers, or any clippers at that, like zoomed in, or just your station is gonna get as many people to lock into your video as much as showing that person with long hair. You should have acted like you was like gonna chop his hair off. You should have like had his joint in a ponytail and him like going like this in the camera, like showing like he about to get this transformation. That would grab a viewer to be like, damn, let me see what they finna do to his hair. I hope they don't cut it off. Then it becomes that battle between the viewer saying, oh, don't cut it off, and then they gotta watch the video, figure out what happens. Like, it's crucial at the first beginning couple of seconds of your video, you really grab that viewer. Now, I feel like just the editing of that video, I think maybe shortening up the speed on your clips, because a lot of them were very sped up. I feel like putting maybe 1 to 2 second clips that are at normal speed works better because it's more authentic than putting in 1 to 2 second video clips that are sped up probably 200% and it's super fast paced. I feel like the more slow down, real time clips of you cutting is a very organic, authentic way to put out your work. That's just for me and my brand. If you want to make yours, to me that was kind of like a music video type of edit, and that's what you're going for, rock with it. As far as the cut, I think it was a lot of enhancements, and I think it still looked crispy. But at the end of the day, I think less is more with enhancements. And the back neck taper just looked way too, it just looked way too almost not organic. It didn't look too real to me. Overall, like the production is good. I'm being very critiqued on you because I know I want to see you win. I want to see you do better, but it was fine. It was a good production. Good job, Chapo. All right, this video is from AK Blends. He said he got a date after this cut. Let's see what he do. See, he started off right. He had my man's looking crazy, had the hair all down in his face. He drew some attention to the video. Straining with the enhancements. Okay. Got him lean back. That's good technique. Line up around the neck. Got the eyebrows right. It's a good transformation. It was a good transformation. I would say the enhancements were a little bit too much for the front line, And in my opinion, I would have not lined him up right there directly in the front, because I feel with the longer hairstyle like that, the more natural but crispy you could keep it, if that makes sense. Like a natural front to me is important, because that client isn't always gonna have his hair laid down in front of that line. Sometimes when he puts it back in a ponytail like that, and then after maybe 2-3 weeks of not getting a cut, those little short hairs that you lined up are gonna be a little bit longer, and they're gonna stick out very obvious when he has his hair pulled back like that, if he's not getting a consistent cut. So I feel like leaving that natural flow and just kind of letting the taper grow in would fit him a little bit better, as he's maybe not getting a haircut as often. And I just wish you would have shown like a little bit more in depth of the after, so I could give you a little bit more review on the cut. Other than that, man, maybe a little bit less on the enhancements, and I think it's good. I think you got a good idea on creating content. You know, you started off with him looking crazy. You're adding the titles and the captions through it, so you're catching people's attentions. That's good for picking your cover photo and having it say like something crazy, like they didn't notice him after this, or changed his life. Things like that draw attention to your video. You got a good understanding of that. I'll say keep doing it. You know, keep building your content. It's only gonna get better. You'll get more creative with angles. You know, I think if you learn how to hold the camera while you do it and you get that first person view, it'll change the way your videos actually look, or change the whole perspective of it. But I think that'll be super fire for you. But man, keep going, AK. I like that. Alright, this video is from BXRDZZ. I don't even know what that's supposed to say, so I'm not even gonna try to do it. But my man said this is his first time ever cutting something. So this is a first haircut review. Let's see what he got. Alright, first of all, before I even start the video, I respect the trash bag cape. That reminds me to hustle so much, because I didn't have a cape when I first started cutting. And I didn't even use a trash bag at that. I didn't use nothing. I just had my boy take the hair straight all over his back. So I respect the hustle, for real. Okay. Nah, it ain't really much to say. I mean, it's your first haircut. I give you props to even trying and recording your first haircut. I don't even think, I did take a picture of my first haircut, but that's because I knew I had help from the barber in my shop. You know, I think that since you are documenting your journey and you already creating content on first cut, I just want to say keep going and study YouTube, because YouTube really helped me. YouTube taught me a lot about, the beginning of me cutting hair. It taught me a lot with getting my foundations and learning how to fade and looking at different techniques. I would say study the hell out of YouTube. I can't even I would be like, what am I gonna go in on you for your first cut? That don't even make sense to me. Like, the biggest thing I can tell you is keep going. So just keep pushing, bro. That's it, man. And props to you for even putting your first cut out there. I regret, because I deleted a lot of my old videos and pictures when I first started cutting, because I felt like they weren't good enough to show. And I wish I would have kept them up, but I was so worried about what other people were thinking that I was stopping myself from documenting my journey as much. But I'm proud of you for that, man, so keep pushing. Alright, this video is from Wavy the Barber. Oh, we got that difficult hairline too. Okay, working with a Nairobi. I would do that after, though. I wouldn't do that before I start cutting. I would shampoo first instead. Okay, he got the foundation set in. Went with the enhancements, but it's blended well. It do look crispy. Alright, Wavy. Overall, that was a crispy transformation. I ain't gonna lie, you did good. Difficult client to cut. The hairline was in pretty bad shape before that. I can see you kept it natural before you did the enhancements. I see that you set that natural foundation in as straight as you could. Obviously, like, the corners are going up there, so you don't want to give nobody like that type of hairline, but you did good for what you had to work with, for sure. The blend was clean. I can't tell if you shampooed. It looked crispy on the beard. You might have used, some hairspray, something like that. I don't know. But if you haven't, I recommend to shampoo first instead of using like the Nairobi or the mousse to lay the hair down. I would lay the hair down as almost the last step in my process. For me, I lay the hair down right before I get to the lineup. I do the fade and all that first, and I do that right after the shampoo, because I don't want to be cutting through Nairobi, because it is a product and I might make the hair a little bit heavy to work with. So I would rather cut through the hair fresh after the shampoo and then lay the hair down last, because to me that's a styling product. Laying the hair down with mousse using either my finishing foam, Nairobi, or anything else, that is a style. Like, you're styling the hair, you're laying it down flat. So I would use that right before I do the edge up, and that way the hair will be laid down super crisp and clean. And then we put that last line in, and then you finish the haircut off like that. So just some tips. It might, might be better for you. It might not be. The cut still came out clean regardless. I just think that super detailed finish will be clean if you say that for last. I like the transformation though. Didn't go too crazy on the enhancements. It's blended good with the top of the head. Yeah, I like that one wavy. Alright, this video is from VicBlends. Alright, he going straight to action, straight into the chop. Setting the guideline. Get that C cup in there. I like that technique. Knocking out the hair in the front. Using this zap like that, freezing it down, crispy. Alright, 03 blends. I see you still, you got the home set up. I props you for grinding up the crib. I did that for a long time. I know how that feels, but some things that will make this a lot better for you. Maybe if you don't got a shampoo bowl at your house, trying to get your client to wash before they come, or hopefully even like you'll bring them into the bathroom and washing their hair. I don't know if it was your homie or if it was just a client coming in, but if you're cutting in the house, most of the people that you're just cutting off when you start are probably closer to you. So if you can wash his hair, it will help you out a lot with how your cut is actually going to come out. Because you can see on the top of the head, it just looks very twisted up. It doesn't look like it's laid down really nice. And that's because you went for that big chop, you cut the curls off, and then now you got to lay them curls back down. So I think a shampoo would definitely help you set the cut apart. I think the blend is straight for the most part. There's a little line coming into this front part right there into the C cup. Try to blend that out a little bit more with the lever open, no guard. And I think paying more attention to the front line is important, because I can tell from the angle you got in the front line, it looks like he has like two cowlicks right here in the front. And when you knock that hair down from a big chop like that, you really gotta work in small increments going down, because you may have cut too low and then it caused like those spots to show up like that, and then it's really hard for you to get an even line all the way across. So working with a cowlick, you gotta come in from different angles. You gotta keep length longer in the front. You gotta be careful not to cut it down too short to make it look like there are bald spots or areas that are less dense than others in the front. But other than that, take your time knocking it down. Maybe even work with a brush if you don't got a shampoo bowl. Maybe even just using water and then using like a hard bristle brush and a blow dryer, spraying the water in the hair. Maybe put a little bit of like a light alcohol in there to try to clean it out some. Spray it in the hair, and then go ahead and brush that out through the hair, so you could go ahead and lay the hair down in this natural pattern as best as you can without that shampoo bowl. I wouldn't put too much alcohol in there. You don't want to dry the client's head out. Make sure you use like a conditioner or something after that to give them some sort of life after that if you did put anything in there. But I think it's a good cut so far. I think you're still starting off. You got the home set up. Keep grinding and doing your thing. This one is from Risha the Barber. She said she out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's the first female barber we got to put a submission in, so let's see what she got. Oh man, bad condition. She said, watch to the end, we brought him back. I don't know about that one, Risha. I don't know. There's two videos in here. See what you got in the second one. Let's see what you got in the second one. This client got a little bit more room with you to work with. Okay, like, that's a clean fade. That's a blurry fade. Went for the big chop. Whew. Alright, Risha. That first one, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think that first one is it. Now, it isn't your fault though. Now, I know it's a battle between you and the client. The client don't want to shave his head bald. He want to hold on to what he has. And you're doing everything you can to make it look crispy with what you got to work with. Now, I would say as a professional, we got to really coach our clients in getting cuts that really fit them. Because to me, I just wouldn't want to put that out because I know that it doesn't look the best. You can tell, like, I feel like me looking at that, it just looks like somebody that just doesn't want to let go. Like, it's super far back, it's super enhanced. It's not gonna last as long, and my man I think he's just in that internal battle where he don't want to go all the way bald, but he want to hold on to what he got. And I think just really coaching him into feeling comfortable with going with the bald head would fit him a lot better. Like, I would have rather protected myself and my brand by saying, like, bro, I think it's time, like, we should try the bald head. He might not want to do it, but it's our job to really coach them and really let them know, like, you know, you're going to look good, you're going to be fine, I'm going to give you the best look we can. And sometimes, you know, you got to give them at the end of the day what they ask for. But I think we're really lifestyle coaches at the end of the day. I think we're really helping our client get a cut that fits them, that lasts them long. You know, instead of focusing on the head because it'll be bald, you put more work into the beard. You give them the facial scrub now, you give them the steamer, more hot towels, hand massage. You make it a good luxury service. You know, some people just like coming to the barbershop. Some of them just want to come in there and still feel like they're getting their service from their barber. They still getting their lineup. They like to get their razors still. They love the experience of it. I think him, maybe he just ain't ready for the bald head, or maybe he just loved getting a cut. And I think it's still, you could give him both of that. I think you can make him fall in love with his image by, you know, explaining to him how the bald head would be a good look for him, hyping him up, make him feel good, and then still giving him that really, really good barbershop experience of a very luxurious, like, bald head shave with a conditioning, with a massage, with the beard work, all that. You can still give them that great experience and still have both. As far as the second cut, like girl, you can cut, man. You know that. Like, that blend is clean. I do like that blend. I think looking at it, the left side is a little bit more blended into the top than the right side. The right side, I see a little bit more darkness in that parietal ridge. I would blend it up just a little bit more with a number 1.5 or number 2 guard. But I mean, that's a blurry face, a good transformation. You knock the hair all the way down. It ain't too low on top. Good, nice high fade around. Now, you can cut, no doubt about that. You definitely can cut. That's a straight fade for real.